Hi Wayne, how you doing? Just wanted to get this stuff over to you from our session in the studio this morning. Thanks for coming over. Really enjoyed it. This is some high speed before we did any 3D. Um, you set up pretty neutral. All the 3D stuff said that you set up pretty neutral. But one thing that became apparent was the bend of your pelvis during your backswing and into impact. So you start with 22 degrees of pelvic bend, and then as you create a backswing and wind up to the top, you actually increased that pelvic bend to around 26 degrees. So you've actually increased the bend there. Really difficult to see on video. We wouldn't even be able to talk about it without using our 3D system. Into impact, you do shallow out the pelvis, but not enough. I think we get down to about 17 degrees of pelvic bend at impact. So you do change the angle of the pelvis, but not enough because of what's happened during the backswing. So that was obviously where we spent most of our time kind of working. 22 degrees of pelvic bend when we start is okay. We want that to shallow out in the backswing, and obviously you steepen that angle. You do shallow it out in the downswing, but not enough. All of this leads to some sequencing problems from the top. So the 3D analysis revealed that even though this might look on video on the right, that you initiate the downstroke with your pelvis first and your thorax second, the reality of that is they're both simultaneous. This has given you a few problems in planing the club in the downswing. So because the pelvis and thorax change direction simultaneous, you're finding it difficult to plane the club, and then you're finding it difficult to turn freely through the impact, and obviously get the path a little bit up the right side, which is how you like to play. You want to play with a little bit of a draw, so you want to get the path sort of 4 or 5 degrees up the right side. That's how you like to hit the ball. And you're just finding that difficult because the pelvis isn't working efficiently. One of the things you kind of chatted about in the start, you was talking about, or you was a bit worried about your impact position with your lead left wrist. Pretty good impact there with your lead wrist. I'll send over the 3D report separately, but just a little example. I think this is really cool footage. We don't obviously know what the numbers are because we don't have a 3D report of this swing, but he's clearly got some pelvis bend when he starts. I think it's easy to see that this pelvis bend has shallowed, so he has less pelvic bend at the top of the backstroke, and then I think it's really clear to see how he uses the pelvis to plane the golf club into impact, and that's how we'd like your pelvis to move. From yellow at the start, let's say that's 20 degrees of bend, let's say. A little bit shallower, maybe 16 degrees of bend into the top. And then below 9 into impact. And that's going to help you to plane the golf club. Wayne, hope that's helped, mate. Be good to get some feedback on how you hit the ball and how your practice goes. Speak to you soon. Cheers.